So, Leute. Adventure-Spaß. Ja,
I
doch.
need you to knock on the gate again.
Sure.
Another visitor? Oh, you again.
I'd like to ask you some questions.
Look, I've had enough. I'm not going to stand here and indulge in idle chit-chat. Who are you?
I was sent by your landlord.
Oh, you were?
Yep, he wanted me to ask you a few questions.
Well, for your information, I don't have a landlord. I own this apartment. You're not fooling me. You're one of them, aren't you?
One of them? Who is them?
I told you all before, I am not leaving. The only way you can drag me out of here is as a corpse. Goodbye. They have no right. No right. Did I leave the gas on? My home.
Wir haben diesmal keinen PC. Das ist ja alles ein bisschen früher noch, ne?
They have no right. No right.
Hey, kid, knock on the gate again.
Another visitor? Oh, you again.
I'd like to ask you some questions.
Look, I've had enough. I'm not going to stand here and indulge in idle chit-chat. Who are you?
I'm with the Census Bureau, and I have to ask you a couple of questions.
Where's your clipboard?
Excuse me?
I thought all census takers needed a clipboard.
Ah, no, not anymore. Cutbacks.
You're not fooling me. You're one of them, aren't you?
One of them? Who is them?
I told you all before, I am not leaving. The only way you can drag me out of here is as a corpse. Goodbye. My home.
Ja, und das haben die ja geschafft.
Hey, kid, knock on the gate again.
My, I'm popular today. Oh, you again.
I'd like to ask you some questions.
Look, I've had enough. I'm not going to stand here and indulge in idle chit-chat. Who are you?
I live next door.
You do? Which room?
4E?
No, you don't. You're not fooling me. You're one of them, aren't you?
One of them? Who is them?
I told you all before, I am not leaving. The only way you can drag me out of here is as a corpse. Goodbye.
Ja, goodbye.
There's not much I can do with that except look at it. This lady is upset because she's been stiffed $5 a month. My guess is that she's not too happy with the foreman. Harriet Sherman. I have no idea who she is, but any lead is a good lead.
So, Tür nach rechts. Ne, kann ich nichts mitmachen. Kleinen Augenblick mal eben. Ja, ist ein schöner Zufall, ne? Aber ich glaube nicht, dass wir... Also, wir müssen ja mit Lauren erstmal da hinkommen, quasi. Und das sehe ich im Moment noch nicht.
Just a bunch of drawers. Even if I wanted to stick my head inside, which I don't, it would be too dark to see anything.
Ja, genau das.
Not much I can do with that. I can't take the sign. What do you want me to do, scare it? Just to keep up appearances, I think I'll use the door.
Ja, ich hatte ein Telefonbuch in der Wohnung.
Boy, if I could touch it, that would sure be great. I can't touch it. Looks like a foreman's trailer.
I'd like to see them try.
She looks middle-aged, but it's hard to tell in her current state. Like most ghosts, she doesn't seem to be aware of her surroundings.
Okay, dann hauen wir halt wieder ab.
So how's your new friend?
Oh, just dandy.
No, I don't see any connection.
Dass ich hier auch nicht mehr Notizen habe über den Brief oder sonst irgendwas.
Joey.
Uh-huh.
Any thoughts on our construction site ghost?
Her? She's not bad looking in a motherly kind of way.
Any thoughts on how to save her?
Nothing springs to mind.
That's it for now.
Yeah, we'll talk more later.
So, gucken wir doch mal
It's her
Joey
phone
ins Phonebook.
I can't touch it.
Ja.
There's no entry for that.
War doch Sherman, ne? Oh Mann.
Last time I counted, I had around $60 in here. I'll save it for when I really need it. Got it.
Ah,
We've already looked through this paper. We don't need any more leads. There's no entry for that. There's no entry for that.
geht beides nicht.
Damn! Radio signal can't get through. Could you move away a bit, Joey?
Hey, we got stuff to do first. I'll let you listen to music later.
Fine.
Oh, die Firma. Ja, gehen wir mal hin, ne?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Right behind you. Oh boy, we've got company.
Can you see?
Pardon?
Can't you see?
See what, lady?
The whole of the world. Connections, patterns, pulsing with life everywhere.
Oh great, one of New York's finest crazies. Do something about this old bat, will ya?
Do you want money? 'Cause I don't have any. How about a cigarette?
Fool! Liar! Can't you see? Useless. Useless!
Wow.
I know.
Only in New York. I'm going in again. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'll wait here.
So, Seagram Realty.
I can't take the sign. It says Seagram Realty. I guess they're the guys who own this construction outfit.
Ja, danke schön. Das wäre nett von dir.
Let's take a look-see. Harriet Sherman. I have no idea who she is, but any lead is a good lead.
So, Harriet Sherman, das sollte man aufgeschrieben haben. Auch den Vornamen. Doppel-R. Und eventuell Seagram Realty.
The name under the picture is Farrah Fawcett. I wonder if she likes dead guys.
Ich glaube, den Namen braucht man nicht unbedingt, oder? Farrah Fawcett.
The name under the picture is Farrah Fawcett. I wonder if she likes dead guys.
Mit F-A-W geschrieben, ne? Ja, genau.
The name... I wonder if she...
Und Formen
There's
ist,
not much I
glaube
can do
ich,
Let's take a look-see.
einfach nur die Bezeichnung der Vorarbeiter, ne?
They want to fight? I'll give them one.
That broad really hacks me off.
You should try flowers next time.
Das klingt auch noch hier das Telefon.
Lauren, it's Jack. Lauren, I know you're there. I'm your brother, for God's sake, talk to me.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Lauren, is that you? Sis?
Jesus.
Now, why'd you go and do that?
Just back off, okay?
All right. This is me backing off.
Good.
So, Harriet mit einem T, ne? Sherman.
Got her. There's a phone number, but no address.
Hello?
Is this Harriet Sherman?
Who is this?
My name is Lauren Blackwell.
What do you want?
I'm calling from Seagram Realty.
Oh, why didn't you say? You've got my $60.
Yes, I do. But before I give it to you, I have to ask you a couple of questions.
Fine. Come on by and I'll answer whatever you want. 24 Rector, down in Battery Park City. Just buzz up.
So, Joey,
Yeah?
got any spare cash on you?
Sorry, left my wallet in my other pants. Probably the pair I was buried in.
Ja, nicht schlecht.
The things I'll do for a case. Come on, let's get out of here.
Right behind you.
It's open. I'm back here in the kitchen.
Okay.
Harriet?
Mrs. Sherman, if you don't mind. You from Seagram Realty?
Yes.
Have you got my money?
I wanted to ask you a few questions first.
You're welcome to ask me anything you'd like, after you give me the money. You got it?
I sure do.
It's about time. Give it here.
Here you go.
It's all here, sure enough. I'd say thanks if I hadn't had to fight tooth and nail to get it.
What teeth, you old bat?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I won't. Now, you wanted to ask me something?
Ja.
So tell me about yourself.
Me? What do you want to know?
Your name came up during an investigation I'm working on.
Investigation? Don't you work for Seagram Realty?
Not exactly.
Ah, you just use them as a way to get to me, huh?
Yes. Is that a problem?
Oh, not at all. Just don't expect your money back.
She's all heart.
What can you tell me about the construction site on 53rd Street?
You've been there. How's the old place looking?
It's a big hole in the ground.
Ha! Can only be an improvement. I used to live there. Then Seagram Realty bought it and tore it down. Going to build something new and fancy, no doubt.
Have you ever been to a place called Johnny Ivory's?
I can barely leave this room, so no.
Have you ever been to Roosevelt Island?
I hardly ever leave this room, so no.
Ja, das wäre eine große Hilfe bisher. Jetzt?
Goodbye, Mrs. Sherman.
Don't mention it.
Warum? Ich konnte nicht nach dem Geist fragen, oder?
It's open!
Mrs. Sherman?
Hello again. You got more questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Well, hurry up and ask. I ain't getting any younger.
Ja. Go to the construction site, habe ich gefragt. Und da hat sie nur gesagt, ja, ne? Geht
They
nichts.
kicked you out of your own home?
No big loss. The place was a dump. Plus, they wanted it so badly that they paid most of us a monthly stipend just to leave. Pretty generous, actually. I can almost forgive them for nearly robbing me.
So they paid you money to leave.
Yep. Like I said, it was a pretty generous deal. Building was about to be condemned anyway, so everyone was grateful for the offer. Well, everyone except for Mavis Wilcox.
Ah. Okay. Ja, ich war mir nicht gewahrt, dass man tatsächlich mehrfach nachfragen muss.
Who is Mavis Wilcox?
A lunatic is what she was. She lived down the hall from me, so I know how crazy she was.
Why was she crazy?
She refused to leave is why. Seagram was offering her a fortune, but still she refused.
Why did Mavis refuse to leave?
She was a lunatic. I believe I already established this. A total shut-in. The prospect of leaving her little apartment terrified her. I'm old and feeble. If I could manage the move, she could have. Of course, it doesn't matter now.
Can you tell me anything else about your old building?
Good riddance is what I say. I lived on the 3rd floor. Everyone on the street could see me. I like my new place much better.
Warum konnte sie von jedem gesehen werden? Haben die Fenster vom Boden bis zur Decke.
Can you tell me anything else about your old building?
Good riddance is what I say. I lived on the 3rd floor. Everyone on the street could see me. I like my new place much better.
Did they ever get Mavis to leave?
Oh, you could say that. Yes, you could definitely say that. She left all right. Left the entire world, in fact.
You mean she died?
Yes. Someone broke in and choked her to death. Right in the apartment she loved so much. I'd call it ironic if it weren't so tragic.
Das ist echt wow. Ich hatte ja gerade noch gedacht, dass die irgendwas mit ihrer Gasanlage gemacht haben, weil sie hat ja gesagt, der Gasmann, der war doch heute Morgen da und hat mir ganz viel Geld abgenommen. Dass die halt irgendwie Gas aufgedreht haben bei ihr und dann ist sie daran irgendwie verreckt, aber naja.
Did they ever find out who killed Mavis?
No. Some stray kid, most likely. Thought the building was empty and went in to steal whatever was left over. Didn't count on anyone being there. Bumped into Mavis, then had to kill her. Happens all the time.
How well did you know Mavis?
Like I said, I lived just down the hall from her, on the 3rd floor. I didn't know her well, but she did get some mail just before they smashed the place up. I took it, just in case a relative or something came looking. But it's been 6 months, and nothing.
Gib mir den Brief.
Anything else you can tell me about Mavis?
Just that she lived on the 3rd floor with me. There's nothing else.
So, dann
Anything else you can tell me about Mavis?
Just that she lived on the 3rd floor with me. There's nothing else.
Dann gib mir doch den Brief, bitte.
Can you tell me anything else about your old building?
Ja,
Good riddance is what I say. I lived on the 3rd floor. I like...
der liegt zwar hier, aber ich komme ja nicht dran. Oder? Ah, doch, hier.
Do you still have Mavis's things?
Yes, I do. Such as they are. There wasn't much, just that envelope on the counter.
Could I look at it?
You knew Mavis?
Sort of. Yes.
Well, you might as well take a look at them. Nobody else has come looking.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Sherman.
Don't mention it.
So, dann gehen wir doch da nochmal hin, ne?
There's not much in here. Just a photograph and a letter.
Na, darf ich was? Ach so, Notebook updated.
That's her. That's the ghost at the construction site.
So our ghost's name is Mavis Wilcox.
I'd bet the farm on it.
Ich habe jetzt aber nicht gelesen, was da stand. So, Mrs. Wilcox, thank you for agreeing to speak with me the other day. As promised, I'm returning the photograph you lent me. All the best, J. Mitchell, The New Yorker. Ein Reporter?
This kid doesn't look too happy to be with Mavis.
That's her. Definitely the lady at the site.
Na gut. Columbia hat geleuchtet. Oh, stimmt, danke.
He's wearing a Columbia University sweatshirt.
So, Notizen.
I don't see what one has to do with the other.
Ja, es kann nicht so einfach sein, dass wir jetzt einfach mit Joey da reingehen und sagen, hey Mavis, du bist tot, geh weg.
I'm going in again. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'll wait here.
My home.
Könnten ja mal speichern, ne?
Hey, kid. Knock on the gate again.
My, I'm popular today. Oh, you again.
I'd like to ask you some questions.
Look, I've had enough. I'm not going to stand here and indulge in idle chit-chat. Who are you?
Nee, den Brief konnte ich gar nicht untersuchen, was das angeht. Also nicht Datum, nicht Signatur, gar nichts.
It's me, your son.
Sam?
Yep, that's me.
Sam! It's been so long. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me.
Sorry I was so rude. I almost didn't recognize you. Come on in, Sam. I'll make you dinner.
No, I can only stay for a minute. I have some questions I need to ask you.
Of course, Sam.
Yeah.
So, Mom, how's it going?
Oh, you know me, Sam. It's tough living here on my own, but I get by.
Yeah, I can see that. Listen, Mom, I need you to think very carefully. What's the last thing you remember?
What do you mean? Answering the door and seeing you, of course.
And before that?
Nothing. You know nobody comes here. Except for the grocer sometimes. And that...
That who?
Nobody.
Ah, suspicious.
So, Mom, how are my brothers and or sisters?
That's not funny, Sam. You know you're an only child.
Right, just checking. How's Dad, Mom?
Oh, Sam. You know that your father is dead? John Durkin died years ago.
Ah, right. Sorry.
John Durkin. Mm-hmm.
Do you know a guy named John Durkin?
Is that a joke, Sam? You know he's been dead for 10 years.
Sorry.
How can you forget? He was your father.
Slipped my mind.
Slipped your mind.
Just, look, forget it. So what can you tell me about me?
You're so confusing, Sam.
Never mind. Have you been talking to a reporter from the New Yorker?
Yes, such a nice man. He came over and talked to me for a bit. I liked him. He listened to me.
What did you talk about?
Oh, this and that. Don't know why he was so interested.
Ja, was wollte er denn genau wissen?
So, tell me more about yourself, Mom.
Sam, since when did you become so interested?
Just trying to get to know you better.
Well, isn't that sweet? But I honestly don't know what to tell you.
Ja, stimmt, du hast recht. Ich muss die Sachen mehrfach anklicken.
Have you been talking to a reporter from the New Yorker?
Oder auch nicht.
Yes, such a nice man. He came over and talked to me. I liked.
What did you talk?
Oh, they don't know what
Do you know a guy named John?
is. You know
How?
slip your.
Just. So what can you tell?
You're so.
Never mind. So tell.
Sam.
Just trying to.
Well, but I honestly don't know.
Are you familiar with Johnny Ivory's?
Never heard of that, Sam.
Do you know anything about a ghost on Roosevelt Island?
A ghost. Sam, don't be silly.
Ja, den sollte ich vielleicht wirklich mal anrufen.
Mom, look around carefully. Are you sure that you're at home?
You're so confusing, Sam. Look at the door. It says D, clear as day.
Mach's gut.
I'm going to go now, Mom. I'll come back to visit you soon.
Sure, Sam. I'll be here. This place is filthy.
Mhm.
I'm back.
You were gone?
Hart.
No, there's no connection between those two.
Natürlich nicht.
Mavis Wilcox is Sam's mother. Stands to reason his last name would be Wilcox too. Mavis was married to John Durkin. Now John Durkin is dead. Why did Mavis change her last name? Maybe she was divorced.
Ja, dann gehen wir mal ein paar Telefonate tätigen.
There's no listing. I thought for sure that would work.
So. J. Mitchell.
There's no entry for that. Mitchell is too common a name. I'll need to be more specific. Yep, there's a listing for the New Yorker. Their main office is
danke.
in Midtown.
Thank you for calling the New Yorker. How can I help you?
Hello, yes, I'm trying to reach a reporter named Mitchell.
Let's see now. Mitchell. We have a Joseph Mitchell on staff. Is that him?
I guess it's worth a try. Is he in?
Yes, he is. Hold, please.
He's not answering. Maybe I should go up there in person.
Okay.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Right behind you.
Yes. Can I help you?
Are you Mr. Mitchell?
I sure am.
I'm Lauren Blackwell.
Well, do come in, Miss Blackwell.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Well, there's no harm in asking, certainly. What is this regarding? Are you a reporter or...
So ungefähr.
No, I'm just doing some research.
I see. You're a student.
More a student of life.
Aren't we all? So what can I do for you, Miss Blackwell?
Did you know Mavis Wilcox?
Miss Wilcox. Yes, I remember her. Lived uptown a ways before she died.
How did you know her?
I wanted to write a piece about her, so I met her for a spell. Interesting woman. How did you know her?
I'm looking into her death.
I see.
So tell me about yourself, Mr. Mitchell.
I beg your pardon.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes, I heard you. I hope you didn't come here simply to interview me. I'm afraid I'd make a poor interview subject.
Do you know anything about Sam, Mavis's son?
I'm afraid not. Mavis discussed her son and seemed proud of him, but I don't think they see each other. I've never met the boy myself.
Do you know anything about John Durkin, Mavis's ex-husband?
Oh yeah, she did talk about him. Broke her heart, she said. I know they divorced very early in the marriage, and he died several years later. But I'm afraid I know nothing else.
Ja, immerhin.
Have you ever heard of a place called Johnny Ivory's?
Johnny Ivory's. Went there once. Long time ago. But I don't know much about it.
Have you ever heard of a place called
Johnny went there once, but I don't...
Have you heard these reports of saxophone music on the Roosevelt Island Promenade?
Saxophone music? On the promenade? I'm afraid not. I haven't been to that area since, well, in a while.
Tja.
So what can you tell me about Mavis? I get the impression she didn't get out much.
That's an understatement. I got in touch with her through a colleague who was covering that demolition. I wondered what made a woman like that tick, so I made an appointment to meet with her.
What was she like?
A very gracious woman. Brought me in, made me a cup of tea, showed me pictures of her family. All in all, it was a pleasant way to spend an afternoon.
Ja, und sonst?
What happened to her?
Killed, so they say. Was found choked to death in her own apartment.
Any thoughts on who did it?
Well, there were rumors that the labor union decided to take matters into their own hands, as it were, but I doubt that. The police ruled it was some squatter or drifter or something, and left it at that.
And what do you think?
Me? I have no theory.
Why did you want to write about her?
I found her fascinating. She was asked to leave. She was begged to leave. She was even offered lots of money to leave. But she kept refusing. She was too scared. I had to know why.
And what did you discover?
That, Miss Blackwell, is the eternal question. I've spoken to hundreds of people over the years. Most of them were odder than Mavis. It's impossible to decipher the whys and the hows. As time went on, I've contented myself just with the whats.
Hilft mir auch nicht wirklich weiter hier.
Anything else you can tell me about Mavis?
I'm afraid I've told you everything.
Tja.
So tell me about yourself.
I beg you.
Tell me about...
Yes, I hope you... I'm afraid...
I'd like to read your piece about Mavis.
I'm afraid I no longer have it.
Do you know what issue it was in? I'd like to look it up.
I never published it. I was going to, but then Mavis died, and it just seemed wrong somehow. I don't even have the rough copies anymore. I'm sorry.
So how long have you been working here?
Do you always ask such personal questions?
I'm just curious about the sort of work you do.
I write about people, Miss Blackwell.
What sort of people?
Not the famous sort. Just ordinary people, like you or me.
Ordinary people. Like me.
You find that amusing?
Oh, not at all. Do you know anything about Sam, Mavis's son?
I'm afraid not. Mavis discussed her son and seemed proud of him, but I don't think they see each other. I've never met the boy myself.
Ja, ich glaube, ich bin nicht wirklich fertig erstmal.